Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach, and today I'm going to be unboxing the game Holotype, Mesozoic North America, along with the Holotype Mesozoic North America Pterosaurus Mini expansion. Or at least I think that's how, or Pterosaur. I don't know how to pronounce it, I probably still butchered it, but we'll be unboxing both of these. Untucking this one, and we can, maybe I'll just come back to that one. But yeah, this one was, so if you know anything about us, we like the dinosaur theme, especially Jesse and myself anyway. And we've actually done some content on all the dinosaur games we could get our hands on at the time. And this was not one of those, so we might have to go back and re-look at our lists there of our favorite dinosaur games and see where this one would end up. But yeah, this was the last game I think I got at Gen Con, and I don't know, just kind of one of the last booths that I looked at and then had it kind of explained, and it sounded like a lot of stuff that I was going to like, and because it's dinosaur themed, it already had a kind of an extra plus already, extra thing going for it, so ended up getting it, and yeah, I'm hoping that it'll be another fun dinosaur game, because we actually have a few in our collection that are pretty fun, and this one sounded like it was maybe more based on science than kind of maybe some other games, which is nice. Looks like, I don't know, this must be Discoverer's list. This must have been the people that initially backed it, because I think this was originally a Kickstarter, and I think this is so I got a T-Rex copy. I think, what is it, a Triceratops typically is the cover, but I think they gave this specifically, Kickstarter backers could get the T-Rex, and then they're specifically only selling it at conventions to get the T-Rex one. So I just went with the T-Rex. I don't know. The Triceratops look pretty cool too, so I'd have been really fine with either of them, but that's the one I ended up getting. So then we've got the rule book here. Looks like it's got 16 pages. It sounded, and obviously in a demo you can't go over every single little thing, but overall it sounded like it was a pretty simple game, and that it would be maybe a pretty, kind of maybe a quicker, snappy game, so I'm hoping for that. But yeah, it looks like there's some examples here, which is nice, and there's actually a lot of pictures, and for being kind of large pages, there's not like a ton of text on here, so hopefully it'll be an easy, quick game to learn. Then we've got a pack of some cardboard here. Let's see if I can get this open. But yeah, just the second I see dinosaurs, I get excited, so you had to kind of do something intentional to turn me off from a dinosaur game, and this one did not do that. But we've got some tokens here. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what all of these do, but I'm sure those symbols will make sense at the once I start playing the game. But yeah, it looks like maybe these are, I don't know if those are the player colors, and they each get the same tokens, and they can use a certain amount of them. And we've got some tracks here to go up on, and I'm not sure if there's a difference between the front and the back, but it might be player count or something. And we've got a player board, we got our main boards, I should say. So I think this also depends on player count as to which one you'll be using. So this is 2-player, we got 3-player, and 4-player, and 5-player. So kind of the setup looks similar, but it's a different amount of worker placement spots, as is, I think, a typical thing in worker placement games for player count sometimes. To make the game feel a little bit tighter, you obviously have to change, either put in like dummy characters to kind of fill in those spots, or change the board so that it has less spots. So that makes sense. Then we've got some baggies here, quite a few baggies. So we got baggies all figured out, and then these are, I believe, the player boards. So yeah, they look pretty good, pretty nice, and I think they look like they should be pretty well laid out. The backs are just white, so not too exciting on that. But yeah, everything else, I think they chose some pretty decent colors for the theme of the game. So those look pretty nice. It looks like we got a interesting insert here. We'll see how this actually ends up splitting out here, what goes into which one of these, if they need this many different insert areas. I'm not sure, but we'll find out once we put everything back in the box and play the game. But yeah, so I believe kind of the way this works is there's like 3 different worker types, and certain ones can kick other ones out depending on who's more advanced. So I do like the thought of that quite a bit. I'm hoping it'll be as interesting as it sounds. Each player has kind of those. So yeah, I'm really liking the sound of the worker placement. It's kind of got that bumping thing if you've ever played like a Charterstone or a Euphoria. So I find that to be a pretty exciting way to do worker placement. And then we've got some discs here, and so this is the one that's typically on the cover. Must be maybe a first player marker or something tracking something. And we got some nice discs here, pretty normal wooden discs. Nothing too amazingly special about them, but like I said before, I think they chose a good variety of colors there. And then we've got kind of the resource cubes here, and these are just different colors: white, green, blue, purple. They're a little bit bigger than I think kind of maybe the average cube in a game, but outside of that, they're just pretty much your basic cubes. So yeah, they chose I think they chose a combination of good colors for player colors and then the different resource types. A good combo between the two of them. Then we've got some cards here. We'll see if I can get them open. I always struggle. We got these, and I think they're all okay. So they're a little bit different. Trace fossil, personal objectives, globe objectives, field expedition. So we got some different types here. So they got some different dice on the bottom. Some of the artwork is repeated, which it's tough because they use some good artwork here for sure. But I feel like so many games these days. Well, not so many, but some of the best games these days have like different artwork on every card that they have, and they're all different cards, and it just makes it so hard to compete with them, just because they set the bar so high. These are still really, really good looking. It's just a matter of maybe if they could have had a few more different pictures on each of them, that would have just been a little bit nicer. But I don't know that it's actually needed. We got the different ones of these. Personal objectives. We got some amber. Oh boy. Extracts. We got one more set here. Let's see if I can get these open. We got the different dinos. Got quite a bit of symbology on them. Which all looks. I really like the look of these cards. Really like the layout. It'll look pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited for this one for sure. Yeah, these all look really good. I really like the style of these cards. I'm trying to think if any of the other. I know Gen X uses cards, but I don't. They're not all like different like that. That's more of like it's like a set collection in there. And maybe I missed it. Maybe those are set collection as well, but I don't think they are. And for what's inside that box, we got some more actions here. Recall, recall, recall. Got some instructions on those, and then we've got some more cards. So we got some flying ones here, which is nice, and a few more of those other cards as well. So that all looks really nice. I'll just throw those in there. And last but not least, we've got these dice, which I think are a good hook to the game. They just have kind of symbols on them versus pips, and yeah, they just look really cool. And I love the colors as well. So yeah, these got me excited as well. These hooked me in a little bit. The dice just look really colorful and nice for this game. But yeah, otherwise that's everything inside this box. I'm really excited to try this one out, especially like I said with that theme. And I'm just hoping that it'll find a spot in our collection of being kind of one of our go-to dino games. But yeah, otherwise, if you want to see our first thoughts on this one, I'm sure we'll have a video going out alongside this telling you kind of what we thought after our first play or two. So check that one out. But otherwise, we hope to see you on that video. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.